Good morning and welcome to Flip the Switch. We're broadcasting this live from our headquarters here in sunny Southern California. And we actually just had several people ask us if this is really live. So let's just clear that up right now. Alexa, what's the date and time?
It's Wednesday, July 25th, 2018 at 11:01 a.m.
There you go. It's really live. So I'm so excited about today's event because we're going to show you how you can have a successful online business without tech headaches, overwhelm, or having to cobble together multiple solutions. Hi, I'm Kenny Reeder, CEO and co-founder of Kajabi. Kajabi is a knowledge commerce platform containing everything you need to have a successful online business. We're obsessed with your success here at Kajabi, and we're striving daily to help you achieve your success by delivering valuable education, information, and innovations in the knowledge commerce space. Over the last 8 years, we've helped tens of thousands of users sell over $600 million worth of digital products. Kajabi was created for the simple purpose of making it easy for anyone to take something they know and sell it online. It doesn't matter if you're just getting started or one of the biggest names in knowledge commerce, Kajabi makes it easy. Now, here at Kajabi, we don't think of ourselves as the hero when it comes to our customer success. No, our customers are the heroes. We like to think of ourselves as the guide who is walking alongside our customers as they achieve their success. Now, in fact, anytime a user of Kajabi reaches their first $1,000 in sales, we label them a hashtag Kajabi hero, we send them a t-shirt, and we put their picture on our hero wall on our website. We have thousands of Kajabi heroes across almost every niche you can think of, each of whom are using Kajabi to build their dream business. For example, Greg Todd is a physical therapist looking to expand his existing brick and mortar business by selling his knowledge online with online courses. Then there's Sean Cannell, who is a YouTube influencer who wanted to expand his business beyond YouTube monetization and build a brand he had more control of. There's Florette Flowers, who's a family-owned flower farm that took their in-person workshops online with Kajabi and now run a successful business teaching others how to be florists. The list goes on and on. Now, I love hearing the stories of all the heroes we have here at Kajabi and the interesting niches they serve. People from startup solopreneurs all the way up to the biggest names in knowledge commerce trust Kajabi as a home for their customers, sites, and marketing. People like Brendan Bouchard, Shalene Johnson, Eric Warre, Cassie Ho, Dean Graziosi, Mel Robbins, James Wedmore, and so many more. Now, before we dive into the main event, I wanted to give you a quick update on Kajabi. Over the past 6 months, we've added over 1,085 new Kajabi heroes. That's just mind-blowing. That is over $1 million generated for the first time by brand new participants in knowledge commerce. Now, over the past year, we've also had over 68,000 new products created on the platform. That's just staggering. Think about that for a minute. Over 68,000 products, ranging from training a puppy to investing in cryptocurrency. We're also always hard at work improving the Kajabi platform, and everything we do is solving for the success of our customers because we want to create more heroes. We're continually making improvements to the platform and increasing the performance and speed. We've also doubled down on our new Launchpad team, whose job is to help you be more successful. So today is a big day. Today, we release automations in Kajabi. We created automations because you need better, more efficient ways to run your business without having to jump through technical hoops. Too often, people pay for multiple tools and expensive services that only serve about 10% of their needs, and they still end up needing to string third-party tools together. Also, users have issues scaling their business because of all the manual work they have to put in, or they spend too much time tinkering instead of just focusing on creating. Now, all you really want is to create new ways with your customers and serve them, right? We've put together a quick little video to introduce you to automations. Let's check it out now. Now, how incredible was that? You might be having a light bulb moment right now, or have tons of ideas spinning in your head about all the things you're able to do with automations. It really is business changing. Automations will redefine how you run your entire business. It'll inject new ways for you to engage your prospects and customers and free up your time to work on creating and serving. There's a perfect automation for any situation. Sell more stuff, build relationships, onboard new members better and help them succeed, win people back, segment users based on actions, and so much more. Now, before we jump into the demonstration, we wanted to let you know about our special offer for new users to Kajabi. When you sign up today, you get a 30-day free trial of Kajabi along with full access to automations. Plus, you get a 6-week training course with strategies, tutorials, and walkthroughs on exactly how you could succeed with automations. All you have to do is click the button on this page to get started. So now, to show you automations, I'd like to introduce you to our VP of Product, Jeremy Saenz. Jeremy?
Thanks, Kenny. All right. Great. So let me begin by just talking a little bit about how the team was thinking about automations. You know, there's some other platforms you may have heard of out there, especially if you're using email marketing not inside of a platform like Kajabi. And automations has been a big story around the industry for a really, really long time. So one of the things that we really wanted to get right was the simplicity of the automations. We wanted to make sure that automations were not something that you had to hire a consultant to pull off inside of your Kajabi site. So with that, we actually structured the design of automations around 3 really simple things, which is simplicity and power and context. Making sure these automations are contextual. So when you're inside editing one of your products or one of your videos, you can automate that. When you're diving into your emails, you can make sure you can automate that. When you're putting together some of your pipelines, which I'll go over in a sec, you can automate that. So I'm gonna show you guys a little bit of a demo of how automations works. So hopefully you guys can have some cogs spinning in your head about how this can apply to your business. So I'm over here inside of our brand new automations tab, which is underneath the marketing part of Kajabi. And I'm gonna go ahead and create a new automation. And when I say automations are simple, we actually mean it. All an automation is when something happens in the system, then do this other thing. And so you can think of automations at its core as this kind of cause and effect. And as human beings, we're able to really connect with this idea of cause and effect. If I pick up this laptop right now and let go of it, it's going to fall onto the table no matter what. And so when you start thinking about how you can automate your business, we've given you the power of cause and effect inside our all-in-one Kajabi platform. So just as an example, here are some of the things that you can do that trigger your cause. You can do something when a tag is added or a tag is removed, when somebody interacts with any of the emails that you send, when somebody hasn't been active for a certain amount of time inside of your site, when somebody submits a form or purchases one of your offers, when some of their payments fail or succeed or their subscription is canceled, when somebody completes one of your videos or your posts. There's so many possibilities here that can trigger an automation. And then we hop over into the effect category. Here are all the things that you can do inside of Kajabi. You can give somebody an offer or take it away. You can put them on an email sequence or take them off of an email sequence. Add or remove tags. You could even just send them a one-off email or send an email to your team. There are so many possibilities here with how you can use automation. So let me jump in and show you just a really cool, powerful example of how to use automations. I'm over in the forms section right now inside of my Kajabi site. And I'm going to create a brand new opt-in form. I'm going to call this My Color Survey. And let's just say I want to ask my customers, what their favorite color is, so I can speak a very specific marketing message to them. I can go in here and add, they already have their name and email as a form in the form, and I just want to also ask them what their favorite color is. So I'm going to add a favorite color select box, and then you can see at the bottom here is where I can start adding my automations around this form. When I click Add Automation, we automatically know that you're inside this form my color survey and you want to do something about it. So when this form is submitted, then I could say, I could either add a tag, I could subscribe them to an email sequence. I'm actually going to subscribe them to an email sequence for this example. I'm going to give them my awesome PDF guide. But I can end it here and say, cool, whenever they submit the form, they get that email sequence. But if I want even more power, I can actually structure this automation around their preferences. And I could say, do you know what? Only run this automation when their favorite color is red. And it's that easy. I can do the same thing for people whose favorite color is blue or green. I can give them different messaging. I can put them on a different journey, put them on a different pipeline, a different email sequence. There's so many possibilities here with how you can pull off that power in segmenting your users. So let me go over a couple other things about how awesome how awesome automations fit into your Kajabi site. It's not just this one area of your site where you can put together automations. It's everywhere inside of your Kajabi site. I just pulled up a product launch sequence that I've been working on. And as you can see, Kajabi now tells me what automations are putting somebody on an email sequence and what automations are taking somebody off of an email sequence. As you can see, there's 0 actions that actually subscribe somebody to this email sequence. So I'm going to actually change that. I want to say, you know, when somebody gets this tag added to them, then let's put them on the email sequence. And then that will update anytime somebody receives that tag or purchases an offer or you know, gets put on one email sequence, taken off another. We can actually configure this up front very, very easily. You can also hop into individual emails and say, hey, when somebody receives this email or when somebody opens it, or when somebody clicks a link inside of the email, you can do any kind of thing. I can take them off of this one email sequence and put them on another. I can just add a simple tag saying they clicked, and I can now segment them later so I can know people who are interacting with my site. The last thing I wanted to show you guys, which just makes it more powerful, let's zoom out a little bit more and get to pipelines. So I know there's a lot of you who have used pipelines. For those who are not familiar, pipelines is our version of a user journey, or most commonly called a funnel to your product. So when somebody hops in, they get onto this first page called the email capture page. And actually, what you guys are watching right now is a part of a pipeline that we've built inside of Kajabi, the webinar pipeline. This is an example of a product launch. And you can see inside of my actual pipeline, I can add automations here too, because Kajabi's smart enough to know you have a form on the page. People fill out that form, and I can easily just say, in the user journey, they get to this page, they fill out the form, and then they get to receive tags or email sequences or offers or anything like that. So like Kenny mentioned, the possibilities are endless. We're really, really excited to see how you guys are going to use automations. And that's the end of the demo. I hope you guys enjoy putting together some really crazy creative ways to benefit your business with automation. So I actually went ahead, we brought some customers into the office, some Kajabi heroes, and I showed them a preview of these automations. And I wanted to have that kind of play back for you guys so you can hear their story and how they're automating their business. So the first one is Jasmine Schmalhaus, and enjoy. I'm with Jasmine Schmalhaus today, and we want to talk about how you're using automations in your business. You have a really, really cool business. You're delivering a lot of value to your customers. Could you tell everybody today, what is your business on Kajabi and how is it doing?
So it's doing very well. Big Kajabi fan here. I actually started immediately with Kajabi when I launched my membership site, which is called Your Dinner is Planned. And it's recipes. They get weekly recipes every single week, but more than that, it's a chance and an opportunity for families to implement a sustainable way to eat healthy and delicious foods. And I do that with Kajabi by delivering 5 healthy and simple dinner recipes every single week, as well as a menu overview and a grocery list. So they're saving money on groceries, they're saving time. And that's what I'm doing. Again, just showing families that it can be simple, it can be delicious, and their kids can enjoy it too. Wow, okay, so you're delivering 5 meals a week. Yes. So tell me a little bit about how you get somebody who's interested in kind of
putting together their meals in a healthy way, about having kind of their dinner planned out for them. Tell me how you get them from kind of interested to I'm signing up for my membership now.
Yeah, so I have a couple ways that I do that organically just through my Instagram. I do have an Instagram following, so making posts through there, showcasing the actual dinner recipes on Instagram Live, also doing webinars. So I'm moving now towards automating my webinars, but webinars where I can showcase what they're actually saving on the groceries so they can see testimonials. So that's attracting my cold audience that may be interested even just through paid traffic, or that warm audience who has followed me and knows that healthy can be delicious. So webinars, I have a podcast as well. So that's kind of a little more of my tortoise way, is infiltrating them with just healthy lifestyle tips and then saying, if you want more, here is your dinner's planned. So.
Very cool. And you mentioned to me before we started this interview that you're actually using Drip, the Drip feature of Kajabi to drip out this content. So if somebody signs up today, they're going to be getting week 1.
Exactly.
And how many weeks are you on?
So my founding members just received week 64,
Whoa.
which means I could technically stop right now.
Yeah.
And then every new member, I would already have 64 weeks of content built out because they'll be receiving it with the drip feed.
So that's one way you're using automation for your business.
Yes.
You really could stop it right now and say you get over a year's worth of recipes. And then at that point, maybe some people will just say, I'm going to start over and do the whole new year.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And I mean, I've thought about that. Do I go 2 years? But my creativity is flowing, and the recipes, I promise new recipes every single week. And I'm continually getting those testimonials as well from the existing members. So so dripping is actually, I mean, how I'm able to batch that far out as well. Is I'm always at least a month ahead. Hopefully, ideally a little more.
So I just gave you a demo over here of automations, and I'm really excited to hear from your point of view, because like we designed this feature to try to hit so many different businesses, to try to fit so many different use cases. And I want to know, for you, you have a really unique membership model where it's low ticket. You're delivering mostly PDFs. You're dripping out for over a year, and you're letting people come in at whenever they want. And it's really, really cool. I want to know, just looking at some of the ideas here, what kind of sprang to mind of how you can engage your customers?
Yeah, so I am using automations, and that's what especially made me excited about that. And because of all the reasons you said, because I have content for so long, because it is a fairly low price point, retention is more important than ever. And when you were showing me the automations, the piece on there where I could do an entire re-engagement campaign of if they haven't even looked at their post for a certain amount of time, then I can set that automation up to re-engage them. That's amazing. And also where it's post specific. So you were showing me if they haven't watched the video, because although I'm dripping out recipe content in PDF form, I do include my menu overviews. So I do have a video in every single post, and the automation will allow you, if they haven't finished the post or watched the video, then I can put them into an automation sequence. So that's amazing. Cool. So retention especially, and onboarding, because I'm already using Kajabi for that checkout process, being able to tag them, and then like you were mentioning, even Zapier them to another integration, but utilizing those tags to connect with just everything I'm doing. It's really cool.
Okay, so also when I demoed automations for you over there, you told me what you were using for your email right now. You're using...
So I'm using ActiveCampaign.
Okay, great. And you like it?
I do, yeah.
Okay, cool. And so one of the things that I found that was really fascinating as we started building this out and talking with our customers is that just because you're using another piece of software doesn't actually mean you can't use automation.
Right.
So tell me a little bit, about some of your thoughts around how you can marry the two. As well as like what you might start moving over to Kajabi for automating.
Yes, and that's what actually impressed me the most when you were giving me the little automation demo inside Kajabi. So I am using ActiveCampaign for a number of things. So all of my webinars, my podcasts, but what I'm also using it for is my member onboarding. And two things that you showed me that really stuck out that ActiveCampaign doesn't necessarily do is, one, the workflow aspect. So in ActiveCampaign, it is very tree-ish, and then kind of if then, if not that, and it's fairly complex. I like it once you get the hang of it, but with the workflow inside Kajabi, at the very top, you had said, enter the automation if this, and then exit if this. And that right there is extremely just so straightforward and simple. And then as the workflow continues down, And also what ActiveCampaign cannot do that you were just showing me for Kajabi automations is activity inside the actual membership content or inside the product content. So as I was mentioning for member retention, doing an automation for an activity that they take on a post, that is really cool. And ActiveCampaign can't do that.
Yeah. So cool. So it's gushing time. Tell me how Kajabi has changed or positively impacted your business.
Oh my gosh. Okay. In so many ways, truly. So when I first started my business, it was kind of just spitting out ebooks and doing cookbooks, and I was doing workshops. But where Kajabi stepped in is I was able to just expand that and take my passion and expand my impact in a way that reaches so many more people. And ease of use, reliability for my members, and then Kajabi allowing me to step into a place where I can design my life as I want, but while providing that impact to others. So thank you, Kajabi.
Amazing. Okay, Jasmine. Well, let's plug your site.
Cool.
You know, for anybody who's interested as a Kajabi user, wants to see a wildly successful low-ticket membership site, this is a really great example, guys. As well as, do you want to eat healthier? Do you want to have your dinners planned?
Yes. So my website is www.yourdinnerisplanned.com, and my podcast is Dinner Table Talk. So weekly, actually 2 episodes every single week. So that's free content. I'd love for you guys to check that out as well. But yourdinnerisplanned.com to learn about from the Kajabi perspective. But when you opt in to the podcast upgrades, you can see how I'm facilitating that through Kajabi as well. So
awesome. Well, thank you so much, Jasmine, for taking your time.
Yes.
We love what you're doing with
Thank
Kajabi.
you.
Really, really inspiring. So, guys, this is Jasmine Schmalhouse.
Wasn't that awesome? Thank you to Jasmine for coming in and doing that interview with Jeremy. I just love watching that. And actually, I was just off camera here and I was inside the chat and I saw a lot of people asking, is this really live? I don't know how many more times we can say this, but we're live right now. And so let's just go back to my trusted assistant here. Alexa, what's the date and time?
It's Wednesday, July 25th, 2018 at 11:24 a.m.
There you go. So that was an awesome interview, and you can start using automations for yourself right now inside Kajabi. If you're not already a Kajabi user, today's the day to get started. When you sign up today, you get a 30-day free trial of Kajabi along with full access to automations, plus you get a 6-week training course with strategies, tutorials, and walkthroughs on exactly how you can succeed with automations. All you have to do is click the button on this page to get started. So now, I'd like to introduce our president here at Kajabi, Jonathan Cronstead. But before we bring Jonathan up, I just wanted to share with you a little camera phone video that my buddy Brendan Bouchard just sent me about his reaction to automations. Let's check that out.
Hey guys, it's Brendan Bouchard, and I hope you're doing awesome. I'm super pumped about today's announcement of Kajabi automations. I've been waiting for this for months, and I know you have been too, and it's super exciting. So congratulations to the Kajabi team. You now have the ability to go in and set up automations where when one thing happens in your system, another thing is triggered. So you can set up automated emails that kind of follow in sequence. You can tag something that when a tag is applied, bam, an email sequence fires off or some other action is applied to that customer. And all these automations are things that are going to make you be able to get more sales and really connect your system so that when anything happens over here, it triggers over here what you really wanted to happen in the first place. It is going to make your life so much easier and your sales so much higher. I'm really excited. So congratulations to the whole Kajabi team, and I hope you guys really enjoy automations. Go in there, test it, and use it because it's going to change your business forever.
Thanks so much, Kenny, and hey everybody out there. Let me ask you something. Who would you rather buy from? That random company who spams you with non-relevant, salesy emails each week. We all know who we're thinking of, treating you just like another name on their list, or that close friend of yours who leans in when you talk, listens, and is genuinely interested in you. Who out of these would be more likely to win your business? Exactly. You've probably heard the phrase, people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. Well, this is even more important with us online business owners, since we're not there in person and we don't have that face-to-face advantage. It's simple. people and your customers respond to those who are interested in them. They respond to you caring about them and giving them personalized messaging. But sometimes, even if you're the most friendly and interested entrepreneur in the world, that personal one-on-one attention and custom messaging is, let's face it, hard to scale. Until now. You see, with automations, you now have the ability to nurture prospects with personalized, useful content that they're actually interested in, that they'll want to read. You now have the ability, as weird as it sounds, to scale how much you care and actually show this to your customers. Think that more personal touch will increase conversions? Think it'll help turn more prospects into customers and more one-time customers into delighted lifetime fans? Us too. Using automation, you can now transform boring, one-size-fits-all messaging into a simple, more consultative sales process, one where the prospect or buyer feels the difference. Oh, and it works out okay for you too, because now you have a much more efficient, cheaper, and quicker process that's going to result in happier and more satisfied customers. But look, we get it. Historically, automation has not been the easiest marketing initiative to execute on. You may even have PTSD with me mentioning the term. In fact, in a recent study on the current landscape of automation software, people who buy it rarely use it fully. Shocking, I'm sure. You can't relate. I know I can't. But the reality is, most marketers who invest in marketing automation buy more than they use, or only 10% of the automations are even applicable to their personal business. So they're paying the full price for a tool they only need pieces of. It's like going to a restaurant and ordering the whole menu when you only want to have dinner. Not to mention becoming overwhelmed by the complexity and never even fully setting it up, much less the frustration of never taking advantage of everything it has to offer. That's where Kajabi has flipped the switch with automations. By designing this new tool with the knowledge commerce entrepreneur in mind, we've been able to build automations that you'll actually use. Structure automations in a better way than all of the other platforms with what we call when-then logic. And you can integrate automations inside your product suite of sites, products, marketing, and people. And best of all, it's already included in all of our account levels. How awesome is that? So Kajabi has really delivered on automations in a new and very exciting way. And with that said, we have another special guest here coming online at the Kajabi HQ who is experiencing automations for the very first time. She has an amazing story to share with you, and we're gonna go ahead and get her reaction to automations right now. Stay with us.
Okay, I am here with Jamie Dana, and you have a really, really cool story on Kajabi. We talk about you all the time here at the office because I know, but just because we were really surprised. It seemed like you came out of nowhere with Kajabi. Like it was one day you, okay, cool, Jamie signed up, and then like the weekend later, it's like, wow, she has all these people signed up for her course. She's made a ton of money. This is awesome. So could you tell me a little bit about how you actually got started and kind of what you do on Kajabi?
Yeah. So I'm actually a hairstylist by trade. I have been doing hair for 9 years, and it was one of those things where I was actually listening to Periscope back in the day. If anybody watches Periscope, that was super long ago, but I was watching Periscope and seeing a lot of these people do education and talking about online courses and all this stuff, and I was like, what is this like online world? Like I didn't even know what it was. I didn't even know that it existed. And then I had taken a couple like mini online courses and stuff, and I was like, hey, like I wonder if I could do something like this, but like for the hair industry. And so I thought like maybe I could like teach people how to style their hair, but then I was like, no, that's like YouTube. That's been done. And so it was one of those things where I was like, okay, like how could I bring education into the salon industry and like teach other hairstylists? And at the time of when I wanted to go into education, independent education was like such a thing. And so other hairstylists were teaching other hairstylists. They weren't like backed by brands, but they would go from salon to salon to salon, and they would go and teach. And it became one of those things where it was really cool, but at the same time, it was like they would only be able to reach 10 people in a salon, or 20 people, and then they'd have to sell tickets. If the tickets didn't sell, then they couldn't do the class. It was just like this whole thing, and I was like, I don't really know if I want that lifestyle. Like, I don't know if I want to be traveling to the Midwest and here and there every single weekend and still trying to do my clientele in the salon. So I was like, how could we take education and bring it online? So I started to kind of think of ideas, and I was like, honestly, nobody was teaching business in the hair industry. A lot of people were teaching techniques of cutting and coloring, and I was like, I think that there's a real need for that business education.
I know I just gave you a demo of automations, and I know the gears were turning a little bit as I was showing you some of the stuff. What kind of ways are you utilizing Kajabi and want to utilize Kajabi more to kind of engage with your audience and to keep them?
Yeah, so it's funny that you brought this up. We are in the process of, with my husband quitting his job and me quitting my job, we're going like full force into the online course and really figuring out like, how can we make everything about my online course and the experience better? So how can we make the customer experience better? Does that mean when they first log in, there's this welcome video with, you know, me like with confetti or like whatever, I don't know what that looks like, or does that mean they get, you know, a thank you card in the mail or whatever? So like, how can we make that experience like 10 times more? And so even with automations, I was even like thinking in my brain of like, oh, it'd be so cool when they finish that final video of my course, maybe they get an email with another video from me, like a personalized one, or you know, maybe a link to a Starbucks card or something, or I don't know, just something to like say, hey, you finished the course, and that kind of stuff is just so cool. And so I was just always like keep thinking of like, okay, what can we do to make the customer experience better? But I've just been using Kajabi and I freaking love the product. I think it's amazing, and it has helped me stay so organized behind the scenes. And now training my husband, I was easily able to train him so fast. And so, yeah, I've loved having Kajabi. It keeps it simple, it keeps it easy, and I'm so excited for this new product line. I can't wait.
Awesome.
So, yeah.
Awesome. Cool. So I know you are using some other tools to run your business, and we like to make Kajabi, you know, try to position it as this all-in-one platform. After seeing automations and some of the other ways you can do it, I mean, how do you think you can kind of push your business forward going more all in on Kajabi?
Yeah, so one of the softwares I'm currently using is Lead Pages, and I had just used Lead Pages because my old business coach had suggested it, and so I've been using it for a couple years. But honestly, like I've not really loved them. They've had a lot of glitches and just issues that I've had. And so I just found out that you guys have like almost the exact same stuff as Lead Pages. The things that I'm using in Lead Pages, I could use in Kajabi, and I was like, okay, I need to switch over because I'm paying for a service right now for the year when I'm already using Kajabi, and I'm never gonna stop using Kajabi. So I was like, I need to switch over. So Lead Pages is for sure one of them.
Okay.
And then my email platform that I've been using ConvertKit or Seva, whatever it's called. And I probably am thinking about, we're definitely going to make a switch from them to something else a little bit more, just more robust. But yeah, so after you were kind of showing me all the stuff I could do with automations and emails, I was like, oh, dude, that's so cool. It just makes it easier, and it's just nice to have it all in one platform instead of having to do different things. And then if you have an employee that works for you, you can train them on one thing versus having it all segmented everywhere. And that, to me, is like so huge. So it's like having an extra employee. Like basically having Kajabi is my, you know, third employee.
Time to plug your business. Where can people find you if they want to see a Kajabi site that's working really, really well? What site?
Yeah, so my website is jamiedana.com, so it's JAMIEDANA, and if you go there, you guys can see my website, and then there's also a link to my Kajabi site and my courses over there, and yeah, and then you guys can also find me on Instagram at JamieDana Hairstylist, and that's where I hang out most of the time. So
awesome.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, Jamie.
Absolutely, yeah, I'm so excited to be here.
Now, wasn't that awesome? And that was just a small part of some of the amazing stuff we announced today, wouldn't you say? From going behind the scenes with Jamie and Jasmine and their businesses, to seeing how automations can be that missing link in creating your true digital dream business. But it's about to get even better. I get to tell you now about our Flip the Switch training course you can receive as part of your Kajabi account just for diving in and using automations. This course will show you how to think about automations even deeper than we have here. But before I do, let me ask you this. As you've been watching this, my guess is you've probably had a few aha moments, right? Maybe it was using automations to save time. Maybe it was re-engaging with prospects and customers to make more sales. Or maybe even to completely leverage yourself out of your own business and really achieve passive income. As I'm sure you know, insight without action won't help you get from point A to point B. I think we can agree inaction just isn't an effective strategy in creating what you want, right? Yet, even taking the simplest of actions can produce huge momentum. That's why we've done our best to create an opportunity for you. It's a simple next action with zero risk. because we know there's power in taking one action. So we've created an absolute no-brainer deal. If you haven't yet joined Kajabi, or you've been away for a while, today is the day to dive back in. As part of the launch celebration, as a thank you from us, you will receive a 30-day free trial of Kajabi. You can start to create products, send emails, and make sales without risking a single penny. If you love it like so many others do, great. If it isn't the right time for you, that's okay too. That's why it's a 30-day free trial. Along with your new Kajabi account, you'll also get immediate access to automations inside your platform. This means you can turn the aha moments you just had into automated actions starting today. Set them up once and leverage them for months. Plus, you'll also be getting immediate access to our brand new Flip the Switch Automations course. Do you want to run a simple 6-figure online business without pulling your hair out? Do you want to have a marketing machine which runs whether you're online or at the beach? This course will show you how. It's not only going to show you how to use Kajabi automations, but it's going to give you a deeper understanding of how to use systems and sequences throughout your entire business. So turn your insights into action right now and click the link below. You'll be taken to a page where you'll create your Kajabi account and get access to a bonus automations course. All you have to do is just fill in your name, your best email address, and a password, and a credit card to secure your 30-day free trial and all the bonuses. So after you've secured your 30-day free trial of Kajabi, and after you've mastered using automations to make more sales with less manual time, we only ask this one thing of you. 30 days from now, when you have your course or digital product built, and you have subscribers on your email lists, and your sales are being made, go into our Kajabi Facebook group and tag me, Jaycron, or Jeremy and let us know. We'd love to hear your story and want to inspire others to do the same. Will you do that for me? Okay, click the button below and let's get you started. And don't worry if you're already a Kajabi customer. You can get access to the Flip the Switch bonus course right now just by clicking the link right below the button that says I am a current Kajabi customer and get my free bonus course and completing the form. Now, before we wrap up today, I just want to say how excited I am about everything you're now able to do within Kajabi using automations, and a few other surprises will be rolling out to you here very shortly. In the future, we'll continue to focus on the tools and everything you need to be successful online. A few of the big ideas in our pipeline right now actually are optimizing the checkout process to reduce friction, improve conversions, and help your prospects become first-time customers faster than ever. We're also working on providing you with even more up-to-the-minute analytics on how your campaigns are performing so you can continue to make powerful, data-driven decisions on how to improve your entire business. And some really fun ways in which you can wow your existing customers using CRM tools and improved automations, turning one-off buyers into lifelong customers. But not only are we making platform improvements, Kajabi is going to be helping our customers succeed in entirely new ways. We're already offering more help to our customers than ever before, with initial onboarding calls, program setup, and even helping them set up their marketing. We'll continue to expand on that with additional information and some exciting new services. More details will be coming out soon about all these initiatives. But for today, we hope you sign up or log in and make the most of this powerful new automations tool starting right now. There's never been a better time to get started building your online business, and you can now use automations to build it even easier. With Kajabi, the future's at your fingertips. Thanks.
When you were showing me the automations, the piece on there where I could do an entire re-engagement campaign of if they haven't even looked at their post for a certain amount of time, then I can set that automation up to re-engage them. That's amazing.
It's nice to be able to walk away, from your business and not feel like you have to always constantly be there.
With automations, I was even thinking in my brain of oh, it'd be so cool when they finish that final video of my course, maybe they get an email with another video from me, like a personalized one, or maybe a link to a Starbucks card or something, or I don't know, just something to say, hey, you finished the course, and that kind of stuff is just so cool.
But what I saw was that you guys really took automation to the next level. You've got a lot of behavioral marketing in there that I'm just that's a game changer.
So I'm here with the wonderful Aaron Porter, and I know you've only been on Kajabi for a year, right? And you are already doing some pretty awesome stuff. So could you tell us kind of a little bit about your business on Kajabi, who you're serving, what kind of content you're teaching, and everything like that?
Yeah, for sure. So a little bit about my story. I left my full-time job in October of 2016 to take my health and fitness coaching business online. So that's kind of where I got started. I was working with some business coaches, and I heard some other people always talking about Kajabi. I was like, okay, what is this thing? You know, it's supposed to be awesome to help you run your business. So I was like, let me check it out, and fell in love with how easy it was. So as I started my business, I started doing a lot of health and fitness coaching. So I had different membership platforms on there. I also did a lot of online course creation, just was kind of testing it out to see what was going to be a part of it. And then allowed my business to really boom with that. Like I said, I was able to leave my full-time job, jumped on the Kajabi train, and then transitioned kind of into more business coaching now for health and fitness coaching. So I was getting a lot of people like, how did you do this? And so always recommending Kajabi to them, so then that way they can grow their platform as well.
Wow, isn't that so fun? You have a certain customer base, and then you start serving them really, really well, and then new opportunities open up, and you have more opportunities to coach people in their businesses. Great. Yeah. So tell me a little bit about your memberships. What exactly are you, what kind of content are you putting together? How are you engaging with your customers? Things like that.
Yeah, so as far as kind of like courses and platforms go, when I was doing a lot of health and fitness coaching, I did like a membership site. That was something that I always wanted to do, kind of wanted to have my own thing. So I was uploading a lot of videos, PDFs into there, and now I've been using it as well for, you know, different courses and content, but also having kind of a portal for people who are on my network marketing team, and then also for health and fitness coaches, teaching them how to build their business. So it's been kind of neat to utilize it in the way now that I'm teaching people that I've actually been through that with them.
Okay, so way back in November 2016, what caused you to kind of come up with this big choice in life to say, I'm going to quit my full-time job and I'm going to go all in on some platform that had just happened to be Kajabi, but you really wanted to take that online to kind of own your own business? Like, tell me the thought process behind that.
Yeah, so it was scary. It was definitely, you know, a jump, because everyone will say, like, you know, having that full-time job is super safe. And I was like, I always had this calling to do health and fitness coaching, and I was kind of doing it on the side for a while, you know, throughout grad school. And then I was a year into my full-time job, and I just kept getting more and more people reaching out to me about it. And I was like, I guess I can do this full-time. Like, this can really become a business. And I knew that I needed somewhere to be able to host everything. So that was really important to me. I was like, I don't want to start this business and put everything in just YouTube drives and, you know, Google Docs and things like that. Like, I want it to look really professional. And I think that's something that's so important when you are launching your business, that you have a platform that you can send people to that looks professional and that isn't a pain to get set up on your end. So I was looking for something that was going to be simple, easy for me to set up, and user-friendly for everybody on, you know, my client's end. So I'm able to work with them through the smaller group coaching programs, courses, and then one-on-one.
Okay, right. Yeah, building that know, like, and trust is really, really important, and to get that kind of connection where you're speaking their language. I know I just gave you a demo of automations. One of the things that we went over was this idea that you might have a product that is really, really good for two different segments of your audience or two different customer bases, and that you could use automations to kind of speak their own language and sell them the same product. I mean, can you tell me a little bit about, you know, you mentioned to me as soon as I was demoing it that you're like, I have that product. Like, I want to do that now. So can you tell me a little bit about that?
Yeah, so I am doing like a 4-week program right now that is helping network marketers also run their own products and programs, because I think it's really important for that community to have both and to do things besides just sending massive amounts of messages to people. So as soon as you said that, I was like, that's great, because I do have some people that are coming into the program reaching out to me on the health and fitness coaching side of it. But then some people who are also like, I'm, you know, in network marketing, but I want to add in my own stuff on there too. So as soon as you said that, I was like, great, because it's sometimes, you know, you want to be able to market to two different people, but bring them into the same program, and having that deeper level of that connection via email after they've done like a webinar with me or something like that, then it gets even deeper, and you're speaking to them, which is what they want. They want to know that you've been listening to their problems and that you're going to solve that with whatever course or program that you're offering.
That's awesome. And you can automate all of that. You can take all that into account, think of all the scenarios where you can better speak to them. It's really, really cool, and I love seeing it being played out in the real world. It's really, really neat. So tell me a little bit about how you are keeping your audience engaged.
Yeah, so I think one of the things we were kind of just talking about before this too is it's nice to be able to walk away, from your business and not feel like you have to always constantly be there. So for me, I do a lot of challenges with my clients. So I make sure that I'm doing, whether it's new workouts in the past or now doing different like business coaching challenges that are able to take people in and get to know me and nurture them and build a tribe and build a community. That way, whether it's something about a new podcast episode that's coming out and being able to email them about that, saying, hey, I have a new episode, and they can kind of go through that journey with me too, because I think that's something that we forget a lot about as entrepreneurs, as business owners, that people want to see it from the beginning. They want to know the excitement. They want to feel the hype with you. They want to get to know you and your product that you have to offer. And when you can take people on that journey and showing that through, whether that's written or video, it's a huge transformation that can happen because people want to get excited about something with you.
Yeah. Awesome. You guys heard it here. Take people through the journey, and you can use automations to help you with that. Awesome. So now it's time to plug your business. Can you tell everybody who's either interested, this is great for people who just want to see a real working Kajabi site that's doing well as somebody who might even be interested in some of the services that Erin has to offer. Can you plug your site?
Yeah, of course. So it's beautyandthebeastfit.com as far as my website goes. And then also I have a podcast, the Burnout to Breakthrough podcast, or you can find me on social media, Erin Nicole Coaching, pretty much everywhere.
Great.
Yep.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Showing me the automations, the piece on there where I could do an entire re-engagement campaign of if they haven't even looked at their post for a certain amount of time, then I can set that automation up to re-engage them. That's amazing.
It's nice to be able to walk away, from your business and not feel like you have to always constantly be there.
With automations, I was even like thinking in my brain of like, oh, it'd be so cool when they finish that final video of my course, maybe they get an email with another video from me, like a personalized one, or maybe a link to a Starbucks card or something, or I don't know, just something to like say, hey, you finished the course, and that kind of stuff is just so cool.
But what I saw was that you guys really took automation to the next level. Like, you've got a lot of behavioral marketing in there that I'm just like, that's a game changer.